All right. No worries, no worries. We're just getting ready to start. So, good morning, everybody. So yesterday we talked a little bit about Shakespeare, kind of the relevancy of it. I saw a lot of you posted your discussions. That's great. If you haven't done the discussions, you technically can still do it this morning. I haven't had a chance to read them. I'll be reading them this afternoon during my prep time, sometime between 1 and 3. So I will be getting those. Obviously, if you turn it in this morning, you'll be missing 2%, but 2% is still 98%. That's still a very high A. So I would recommend doing it if you haven't done it. So make sure that you guys do that. Hopefully, I haven't gone through the extra credit, but hopefully some of you listened to the podcast, did the extra credit assignment where you wrote a paragraph about it was something that I assigned over winter break, and I reminded you yesterday. So hopefully you guys did that, but I'll be checking it out today as well. This week we are not actually starting Julius Caesar. We'll start reading it next week. This week we're just gonna get some background information, kind of start into it a little bit before we start actually reading. So we're going to be doing some just kind of background info that's going to help us get ready for that. So the first thing that I'm going to have you guys do is actually, I would like for you to get like a piece of paper. If you don't have a piece of paper, that's fine. You technically can do it on Google Docs. It just might make it easier to write it out, but you can do it either way. But I need you to be able to be listening to me as well as working whatever it is you're working on. So somebody just came in, so let me take care of that real quick. Yeah, just a reminder that with this new weird schedule that we started at 8, so we'll be going from 8 to 8:30, and then 9:35 is when second period will start. So I know you're used to going from first period to third period, but it's 1, 2, 3 today. So just make sure that you are doing that. Okay, so on your paper, what I'm going to have you do is first I'm going to, sorry, I had another person popping in. I want you to create a list of 10 specific words that you would use to describe a leader. Now, obviously, leadership is one of those things that's kind of subjective. Some people view a leader as really strict. Some people view them as more lenient. Obviously, it depends on how you view a leader, what's effective for you. But what does it mean to have good leadership qualities? So leadership can mean different things to different people, but there might be some things that we agree on. So I want everybody to write down 10 specific words, not in the chat, but like on a piece of paper, on Google Docs if you can, but just make sure that you can still hear me as long as you are doing it. I know you can't see the video, but just write 10 words. It doesn't have to be sentences, just like bullet point 10 words that you would use to describe a leader. And some of the instructions on here are more for people who are going to be absent and have to do this on their own. So just kind of hang tight and just, like I said, just do number 1 for right now. No, like I said, Desi, just do it like on a piece of paper or on Google Docs or something. Just write out the 10 words. Hold on, Alexander, not yet. Again, just write it on a paper or on a Google Doc or something. Just something that you have to the side. All right. Once you are done with number 1, give me a yes. So if you click on participants, there will be a yes or a no to choose from. Click on the yes if you are done once you have 10 words written down. So I can kind of get a sense of who's ready for the next step. So again, write the 10 words. Once you're done, click where it says participants. Oh, I already got one person. Again, you don't have to press no, just do yes when you are done. But I'm glad that you're ready to go. Okay, thank you, Kaylin. If you could again click on where it says participants and press the little yes check mark. That way, thank you. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Kayloni. Aaron, thank you. Joanna, thank you. Josh, thank you. Again, what makes a good leader? 10 words, what would you say? Okay, again, make sure you press the yes check mark when you're done. Got another person. Fernando, thank you. Julia, thank you. All right, Brandon, again, make sure you're writing it down either on paper or on a Google Doc or something. Mia, thank you. Sierra, thank you. Okay, I'm going to give you guys just about 2 or 3 more minutes. Again, all you have to do is list 10 words. 10 words, what you think is a good leader. Frank, thank you. Camilla, thank you. Alexander, thank you. All right, 1 more minute. Again, just try to finish up those words so we can move on to the next thing. All right, we're up to 17. So keep working on it if you haven't finished yet. Again, we are going to be turning this in today. Again, this is just like kind of something to think about as we read Julius Caesar, because the idea of leadership is going to be kind of important. Like when we look at like who is the leader, who wants to be the leader, there's going to be a lot of disagreements about who should be leading and who shouldn't. So it's definitely going to be something that we have to consider as we read. So I want you guys to be thinking about this. So what I want you to do now is for number 2, it says to share it with as many people as possible. Don't worry about that. What I'm going to have you do instead is in the chat, pick one of your words out of the 10 that you think is the best word for a leader. Now you are going to be turning either this paper or Google Doc in today. But just it doesn't, like, if it's on paper, you'll just take a picture of it with your iPad. But in the chat, and make sure that it's set to everyone in meeting, so that way everybody can see it, because I want people to see your words. Thank you, Aaron. Again, look at your list. Which word out of those 10 would be the most important trait for a leader? Sierra, make sure you change it to everyone so that everybody can see it. Brandon, same thing. Make sure it's set to everybody so everyone can see your word. Brendan, it's still just to me. Make sure you switch it to everyone. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to kind of scroll through the chat. Thank you, Brandon, for fixing that. Look to see which words, again, match up with your list that you have. So you should have 10 words. So what I want you to do is circle like 5 traits that you think that came up the most. So, and you might not have 5, maybe you only have 3. Just, it's not like a perfect thing, but like circled words that you saw like come up. But if you have like a bunch of them, just again, no more than 5 words, okay? So circle 5 words that most people agreed with. Brian, if you don't have to circle, you can just like highlight it on Google Docs. That's fine. If you're on paper, you could circle the word. If you're on Google Docs, just highlight it. All right, and then once you are done circling or highlighting the top 5 words out of the 10 that you wrote down, I want you to write just a couple of sentences for each one. So I'll give you an example. So if it was like, let's see, I would say for me, for like leadership, I would say like one of my words would be thoughtful. So my 2 sentences would be something like, it's important for a leader to be thoughtful because it is something that they need to be able to consider all possibilities before they make a decision. And then my second sentence would be, if they were not thoughtful, then they might make decisions that could be detrimental or hazardous to others. So, like I said, just a couple of sentences for 5 words. So technically you're going to have 10 to 15. I can do math. 10 to 15 sentences total. So I'll give you some time to do that. So I'll give you guys like I don't know, till 8:30, like 10, 13 minutes to write down your sentences. And then we're going to share. So be ready to share. So we'll go ahead and we will hang tight. Remember, it's not for all 10 words. It's just for the 5 words that you either circled or highlighted. I'll be right back. I'll play music while it's awkwardly quiet. So no, it's so again, there's 5 words that you should have circled or highlighted. So it's going to be 2 to 3 sentences for each of those 5 words. Yeah, it's fine, Aaron. Oh, only one of your words popped up. Then, Desi, just choose ones that you think were closer to other people. Sorry, I missed your comment there. All right, guys, it is 8:29. So how are we doing on this? Are we almost wrapped up? So you could either do the yes, no thing, or you could just let me know in the chat. Either way, just give me a sign that you guys are wrapping up with your sentences. Again, it's not meant to be like super like difficult. Just like, why do you think like being thoughtful, being excuse me, being respectful, being courageous, being intelligent, being strong, like what? Why are these good qualities? So just tell me in a short couple of sentences why. Is anybody else having a hard time hearing me right now? Okay. So Brian, it might be something on your end, unfortunately. All right, and I am going to be calling people on my little random generator here. And if I call on you, I'm going to have you just read just one of your words and explain why, or well, not explain why, but well, yeah, explain why that word is a good quality of leadership. Let's go with Aaron G. Yes, please unmute and go ahead and just share what you wrote.
I chose and then a leader. Do I explain why, right?
Yeah, just explain like the word you chose and like why that's a good quality of leadership.
Oh, yeah, I chose confidence because I think they should have confidence in things they do.
Okay, why though? Why is what if they're and this could and anybody could jump in if you want to and unmute yourself too, but why is and I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't think being confident is a bad thing, but what if somebody's confident but they're making the wrong choice? So is confidence always a good thing if somebody's like overly confident and then like but they, you know, don't listen? Anybody want to hop in there and take that or okay, Sierra said they're probably not thinking right, so that's true. All right, let's go with and if you're not done with all five of your words writing the sentences, that's fine. You could just choose one of the ones you have written. So Mia, go ahead and share one of your words, what you wrote about it.
I said to be kind because I would treat people kindly and I would want others to treat me kind as how I would.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mia. Chloe, how about you?
I said responsible because when you're a leader, you have to be responsible and lead your group, and so it's a big responsibility.
Okay, thank you. And we'll do one more. Let's go with Joanna because we do have other stuff that we got going on today.
So I said that leaders should be strong because they should be able to handle like difficult situations.
Okay.
And,
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh no, that was it. That was it.
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, again, I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to submit this following the leader assignment to Canvas. So again, either you're submitting a Google Doc that should have 10 words, 5 of them about highlighted with 2 to 3 sentences for each one. If you wrote it on paper, just take a picture of the paper and submit it. And that's all you need to do. If you didn't share, that's okay. I was just calling on a few of you just because we have other stuff to do. But if you need to take a quick break to like go to the restroom, get some water, whatever you need to do, at 8:40, we're going to be starting with the next thing. So turn in, follow the leader, and then we'll meet back up at 8:40. Armando, it's called Follow the Leader. Miguel, yes, you turn. Let me just make sure everything's in working order for that assignment. It should be, though. Yep, I already got some people who submitted it, so it's working. You turn it in, and like I said, if you guys need to take a quick like restroom break or just take a minute to decompress for a few minutes, you guys can. We'll be coming back in just a few minutes to start on the next thing that we're going to All right, I'm up to 13 people submitted. I'm gonna give you guys a few more minutes, so I guess we'll go ahead and wait till 8:45. Again, give people a little bit of a break before we continue, and also give you a chance to submit this. So, if you have any questions about submitting it, let me know. Okay, one more minute and then we'll go ahead and get back started. All right, everybody, we should be all back now. So it's 8:45, so we have about 45 minutes left. Just a reminder, and I'll wait for this person to hop on. Just a reminder that class starts at 8 o'clock now, not 8:30, because I did have a couple of you join a little later. I know this is a different schedule. So just make sure that you are joining earlier rather than later. So, and I'll go back to the schedule real quick. So again, today you have periods 1, 2, and 3. So classes 8 to 9:30, then from 9:35 to 11:05, and then 11:10 to 12:40. There's a pretty big stretch of time there where we go without a lot of breaks, but the nice thing is that you're all done by 12:40. And again, I will be contacting people either today or tomorrow to let you know whether or not you're going to be part of the targeted group support. And that'll mean that you are supposed to be hopping on virtually from 1:30 to 3 o'clock. And that's just to get extra assistance and to make sure that you are staying on track. So just a reminder that this is the schedule going forward for this semester. I know it's different and I know it's weird having to switch it up, but again, like everything this last year and going into this year, we have to kind of adapt and be flexible. So, all right. So again, yesterday we talked about Shakespeare, Tragedy of Julius Caesar. You guys just did the following the leader thing. Now you're going to be doing a little bit of research. So you're going to create a Google Slides, or you can do Adobe Spark Pages. I like the way Adobe Spark Pages look. I know some people might not have the app. Yeah, and so no, class last semester started at like 8:45, but or 8:30 or something like that. But no, it starts at 8. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to remind you about the schedule. So it's 8 till 9:30. And just a reminder that this is live streaming on YouTube. So you'll be able to watch this if you missed anything to find out what we did. I post a video every class meeting that we have, so that way you guys can see what you missed if you're absent, having technology issues, anything like that, because I want to make sure that everybody gets the information that they need. So you're going to create a Google Slides or Adobe Spark page, and you're going to title it Caesar Research. There's going to be about 9 slides. You're going to have one slide that's your introduction slide, so it'll be Caesar Research will be the title of it, and then you're going to put your name underneath it. Okay, so that'll be the first slide. For each of the topic slides, you'll write down important information about each topic, and you're going to find an image that correlates with the topic. This is all on Canvas too, so that way you don't have to like go back and forth between Zoom. You can just look at it from Canvas. You can copy and paste the topics, which are these. So these are all the first 3 are characters from the story. The next 3 are types of government that come from the play that we're reading. There's the Republic, there's the Empire, and then there's the Triumvirate. Those are 3 technically separate forms of government. The Ides of March is a specific day that you'll be looking up. And then the soothsayer is kind of like an old-timey occupation, like ancient occupation. It's not really an occupation, I guess. It'd be more like I don't know. It would just be used to describe somebody. It's not like somebody got paid for it necessarily, but it's just something that somebody was. So anyway, so you're going to look up these 8 topics. Remember, you're going to have a 9th slide for your introduction and your name. So again, Julius Caesar Research or Caesar Research, and then your name on the first slide. And then you're going to have these 8 slides. So I don't want you to look up at Wikipedia. I would prefer, just because Wikipedia technically can be modified by people and it's not always accurate. I'm not going to lie, Wikipedia is an okay place to start, but it's not a place that I would ever for my master's program, for example, I would never use as a place to find actual research. It might be where I start looking and then look up ideas or terms based off what I found to make sure that it's accurate. But anyways, you could use history.com is a great resource. And there's some other ones you could probably use biography.com for some of the characters. But again, just make sure that it's a reputable looking site, not somebody's blog or anything. But you're going to take all this information, you're going to put it on the Google Slides. I'm going to put in the chat. When you are citing information, it should be the author's last name. If there is no author, it's the title of the article. And most of them will have like a title of the article. So like it might be Mark Antony, or it might be something about Mark Antony, like Leaders of the Republic, or whatever the name of the article is. But yeah, so that's what you are going to work on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the live stream right now, and I'm going to put you all into breakout rooms. If you have a question, call me to your breakout room, and we get out at 9:30. So that's when I'll let you